Yeah, what's good with it, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Lamborghini Cream. Once again, back again talking this boxing shit. And the topic for today, of course, is my man Rigo just recently put out a tweet saying, to be specific about it, the man was saying, I have all, to quote him specifically, I should say, says, I have always received more support and love from my African American and Irish warrior colleagues than from most Hispanic fighters. Hashtag fight fact. Shit. Motherfucker said a mouthful there, you know what I'm saying? My thoughts on that is this. I've been a fan of Rigo since I first discovered him. Maybe it was his first or second fight with Top Rank when they were when they were calling him just a highly touted amateur, probably one of the greatest amateurs ever. That was his tagline. A lot of motherfuckers call him the greatest amateur ever, and he had the 2 gold medals, which was unheard of. Or the man just had an absurd amateur record of like 400 something wins, just ridiculous, and like single digit losses, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. I think like 8 or 9 out of 400 something fights. That's fucking crazy. But anyway, he was then known as one of the most highly touted Cubans to come out at the time. Him and my man Gamboa, and also Erislandy Lara to a lesser extent, but Gamboa was like a superstar at the time. And also, he's still one of my favorite fighters. His career just about over, but I always really liked Gamboa's style. He reminded me of like a combination of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? He had the skill and the reckless abandon to take you the fuck out of there. He was a sight to see. But Rigo at the time, though, he was almost exactly like Floyd Mayweather when I saw him fight. You know what I'm saying? So I took a liking to him immediately because, when it comes to defensive fighters, man, those are my personal favorites. You know what I mean? Guys like B-Hop, guys like Ali, guys like Floyd, guys like Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea was the motherfucking coldest nigga. Shout out to Sweet Pea. Let's not even talk about that. It's just shout out to Sweet Pea. In his prime, he was a sight to behold. I'm just a big fan of defensive fighters and just pure boxers, I should say. I shouldn't even say defensive first guys. I should say pure boxers who make the sport look like an art. Guys like Tommy Hearns, like I said, Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? Mayweather Sr., just to watch his defense, you know what I'm saying? Just to see him roll those punches and get through that shit, and then watch a guy like Roger who drop bombs on your motherfucking ass, He had some defense too, but he was more offensively gifted. But just basically, I'm a big fan of boxers, people who employ the sweet science. So when I first saw Rigo, I was thoroughly impressed. I was like, this guy, man, if they do him right, he could really be something heavy. And then he kept winning. I think he got to his 8th or 9th fight, and that was against Donaire. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw he was up against Donaire, I was like, if he beats Donaire, this dude is going to be the next Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion. That's how I was looking at it. That's how highly I touted Rigo. And I think at the time, Donaire might have been number 2 pound for pound. And everybody was looking the other way, man. A few of my other colleagues and shit, a few of my other fellow fans and shit that they wasn't behind Rigo. They couldn't see him beating Donaire because Donaire was the man at the time. And I told all of them, I was like, yo, this shit is going to surprise everybody. I just had that feeling, man. I had no real, actual, tangible reason because at that point, outside of his amateur career, Rigo was largely unproven. And Donaire was shitting on everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Donaire was beating motherfuckers up. He was highlight reeling boys. So you got much respect to Nonito, too. He was a great fighter, man. Fought everybody. No, nothing but respect for that guy. But he got his ass whooped. From round 1 all the way to the last round. He caught one lucky knockdown in the beginning of, I think, the last round, or maybe the second to last round towards the end of that. Now it was the beginning of one of those 2 rounds, and he dropped Rigo. And it was like, psh, that nigga Rigo got back up and kept whooping his ass like it wasn't nothing. Now I've only ever seen somebody do some shit. I was like, yo, Rigo got dropped, and then later on in that round, he had Donaire backing up. I was like, God damn, that's some cold shit. When a motherfucker can drop you, and then in the same round, you have him on his bicycle, circling and running away from you. And he's got the size advantage. And the weight advantage. You know what I'm saying? Donaire was big as fuck in that fight, man. He was way bigger than Rigo. So, once I saw that, I was like, you know what? I mean, not that I ever bet against him in the first place, because I never would. But I was like, yo, I'm a fan for life, number one. And then number two, I'm like, yo, whoever they put in with this guy is catching the fade. They can't fuck with Rigo. No, I mean, it's just, I've seen how Floyd, his experience would defeat certain guys. Like certain guys, you can see his experience was what took him or carried him through the victory. And in Rigo case, other than Floyd, I can't see nobody out there in the game. Maybe Andre Ward, you know, on a pound for pound respective type level. Those are the only guys I could see who even got the same level of experience that Rigo has. Now, true indeed, Lomachenko has the same experience, or a similar, a comparable amateur pedigree, I should say. I shouldn't even say experience. I should say comparable amateur pedigree, because he lost, you know what I'm saying, within his first 10 fights. Rigo hasn't lost yet, but Lomachenko got a lot of holes in the style. You know, a lot of holes in the style. And it's just, I don't know. I personally, like I said before, I'm sticking to my guns, man. My prediction video, Rigo is going to destroy Lomachenko. I don't have no doubt in my mind about it, especially after seeing some of the training footage and shit that Rigo been putting up. So I'm really looking forward to that fight, man. I'm really looking forward to Rigo getting his just due and hopefully, you know, be catapulted to superstardom like he deserves. You know what I'm saying? But as for the reason why we here for this video, I can't tell you why most Latin fighters don't give Rigo his just due. I'm not a Latin person. Excuse me, Hispanic, I shouldn't say Latin. I should say Hispanic. I'm not a Hispanic person, so I couldn't tell you, you know, how he's viewed or anything like that. You know, all I can say is, if you can't respect, I mean, the man is a G all the way around in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He's masterful in the ring. And if you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack. You know what I mean? And I mean, you know, you hear things about, you know, people being racist and most of it being due to Rigo being a dark-skinned Cuban, and I believe that. I believe that has a lot to do with it. Not just with his Latino fans, or not even Latino, I should say Hispanic, and not with just a good amount of his Hispanic fans, because they are not racist. Some of them just don't fuck with you. You know, some people don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you. It don't gotta be like that, but we know what it is, you know what I'm saying? You know what it's got that feeling with it, you know what I mean? So we ain't gonna sit here in front like that ain't what it is, because 9 times out of 10, that is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, that's just straight up what it is. If Rigo was a light-skinned Cuban, maybe they would be on him a little bit more, or show him a little bit more love out here, which is fucking sad, man. Because like when I was watching Big 78 videos, shout out to 78 Sports TV. I check him out every now and then. He's a good dude. I love his content. The man always talking some real shit. But yeah, like he was saying in his video, most of the Spanish isn't a race. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that think they're Spanish or Hispanic, I should say, are just indigenous people who were forced to be, you know, who were subjugated and then forced to, you know, believe what they believe, or, you know, to be how they are. I'm not really too abreast of the specifics when it comes to that, when it comes to the Latin heritage and things like that, but I do remember the Spanish pillaging a lot of the indigenous places that they went, and then, you know, forcing upon them their languages and customs and shit. And now fast forward to where we at now, these people think that is who they are when it isn't, you know, and they really need to research their history a little deeper. You know, you be fascinated at shit that you find out. And, you know, it's just part of another reason why I love being black. You know what I'm saying? It always come back to black, baby. But anyway, you know, if you one of them Hispanic dudes and you don't fuck with a guy like Rigo, despite his obvious skill, despite his obvious talent in the ring, you know, you just a fucking cornball, man. That racist shit is just sucker shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whether you white, whatever, black, even black motherfuckers can be racist against their own, man. You know, so it's just some sucker shit all the way around to be a coward racist motherfucker. You know, stand on your own to hold your own motherfucking nuts. You know, don't be on that sucker shit, man. Cause that's all it really do is expose you as a sucker, in my opinion. You know, I always felt bad for racists, you know what I'm saying? Because most of the motherfuckers got a serious inferiority complex and shit. And that's a horrible way to live, in my opinion. But fuck them, they deserve it. If you're going to be a sucker nigga and be on that racist shit, you deserve to live like a sucker. So, that it is what it is. But, like I said, man, if you a Hispanic motherfucker and you on that racist shit, you really need to dig a little deeper into your history, man. You would be surprised, you know what I'm saying? Pleasantly surprised, you know, as to what you would find. But yeah, man. Shout out to Rigondeaux. He's been number 2 on my pound for pound list for a long time, basically since Floyd gave up his belts, or not even, but since just before the Berto fight when I elevated Andre Ward to number 1, because I couldn't make Ward number 1 until Floyd retired. You know, body of work wise, you just can't do that. And Floyd hadn't lost to look bad, so you got to give him his just due. But once he retired, or once he wasn't dead serious about being in the game no more like that, had to give it to Andre SOG, you know what I'm saying? And right behind him is Rigo. I mean, right behind him is Terrence Crawford at number 3, but I don't see no debate. I mean, anything after that is debatable. Them 3, though, they not debatable in my opinion, so... Shout out to my man Rigo, man. Keep your head up. Oh, and by the way, I also did a article on my man Rigo for the Boxing Voice a minute ago, maybe about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It was a minute. Shit crazy. But you might want to check that out, man. Google my name, Supreme General, the Boxing Voice, Guillermo Rigondeaux. You can check out that article, man. You probably like what you read, you know. A lot of thoroughbred shit in there. You know I don't speak nothing but real nigga shit all the way around. So, yeah, man, shout out Rigo one more time. And shout out all my Hispanic people. I fuck with y'all if y'all, you know, I fuck with y'all. That racist shit, you on that racist shit, you already know I look at you as a sucker and fuck you. But if you ain't, you know, I fuck with you the long way, no matter who you is. You know, real recognize real. And if you look familiar, I'ma tell you. So, shit, that's really it, man. Salute to Rigo, salute to the Cubans, salute to all Hispanics, Irish people, everybody, man. Fuck with everybody. 100.